What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B High Radio Shout, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, aka Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
So that you can remember my name.
Coca-Cola.
Just don't say OG Big Galaxy. It says Galaxy Wick. Can you read
on.
it? Can you read that?
It say Galaxy Wick.
That's
right
what
there.
I'm saying.
Every time I see that shirt, it makes me want a Coca-Cola.
Bro, I'm done. I'm
Okay, now
done.
we're gonna do today. We showing out today,
I
right?
don't know.
We
I just
showing
wanna
out
make
for
sure
Bushwick.
that okay.
Yeah,
okay, I
yes,
just wanna
we
make
are.
sure.
Cool.
Hey, man, but Wick, we got a young legend in the building, though,
Absolutely.
man.
Come on,
Absolutely.
Man, father, one of the greatest of all time, one of the most iconic artists in the game, man. I mean, Lil Bushwick, what's going on with it,
Man, it's
bro?
love, man. I appreciate you. I'm repping this ghetto boy stuff for life and life. And I'm glad to be with the real ones because y'all part of the whole ghetto wave as well.
Yes,
You feel me?
sir.
And I got
Come on.
another Wick. Come on, it's like it's full circle. Like, what's going on?
Yes, sir. And you know what? You remember we did a interview on the Zoom.
That's right.
And
Yep.
remember Lil Bushwick, and when we did that interview, KB had came us. I
What
want to
up, though,
shout KB
KB?
out.
Shout out KB.
He's in Alabama. He cried like a big old baby. You know, KB will cry now.
Man, look,
he
KB,
cried
he's
like
a
a
passionate
baby.
person.
Yes, he cried
That's
like
right.
because he wanted to
That's
be
right.
here to see you because he told us a lot of great stories about you when you was a child. I want to say before we get started too, man, looking at you, it's almost just like looking like you are a spin image.
That's my
of your
twin.
father. Now he couldn't have went in there and tried to what they do because when my son came, I bucked on
Well,
paternity.
your son look just like you, too.
You
So
said
that
that.
just mean you was just tripping, nigga. That look just like you.
Oh, that's your twin, too. You got your twin.
They would have kicked your pops out. Now, they would have been
Man,
like,
what?
you could go straight to jail. You know, damn, well, nigga, you on time point right
It's
now.
like
Damn,
you.
we ain't
That's
doing
you.
a test. But
Bruh.
yeah, man, it's good to have you here, brother, man. I was a huge fan of your father. As a matter of fact, we were just talking the other day about Scarface, the Ghetto Boys, the whole movement on it. I want to say one thing that I always said that Scarface was the voice of the Ghetto Boys. Willie D was the heart of the Ghetto Boys,
Yep.
and Bushwick was the face.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
the Ghetto Boys.
One thing about it, when I talk like Big Mike and stuff like that, Big Mike would tell me, he'd be like, yo, when we went to Japan, they recognized us when they seen your dad. They knew like, okay, this the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, yo, Pops, basically the Ghetto Boys and Michael Jackson, they both had shows on the same dates going to Japan. So my dad met like Michael Jackson on the way to Japan, and he just
God.
walked up to Michael Jackson. Even Big Mike he could attest to the story because he broke it down to me.
Yeah.
Even DJ Damo was there too, the Ghetto Boys DJ. He broke it down as well. It was like, yeah, your dad just walked up to Michael Jackson like, he just do that. That's just him.
Yeah.
But it's like how he was. He didn't see nobody different. He don't care who he was.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's everybody recognizing who he was because he was that it factor or figure in every room he was in.
What did Michael
Absolutely.
say when Bush ran up
Now
on
that part I don't know.
Yeah.
But the part I do know is like they ran into each other, chopped it up, and it's like he knew who my dad was. My dad knew who he was. Obviously,
Right.
and it's just
Yeah.
like it was just a love, mutual love, and it's like the security nothing to stop him. It's like this Bushwick Bill.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's like it really showed you like anywhere I go, I promise you they're gonna know when they think of the Ghetto Boys. Oh, you talking about Bushwick Bill this
Yeah.
year Halloween fell on the weekend? That
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like if they don't know that, they instantly Scarface
Right.
because it clicks with them because
Right.
my pops was that one person that was that variant in a group. You need certain factors in groups to make it one thing to have. You gotta have a person different from the other where they coincide or they give that balance of where other ones fall short in.
Yeah.
So my pops, he was that person where you just look unique. You're a unique individual with all.
Exactly.
You
He's the
short of
face.
stature, but you the biggest one. It's like when you hear his voice on the track, you like, bro, he sounds like somebody twice his size.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
right.
what made him bigger than life.
Wow.
You feel me?
Feel that.
Wow.
I mean, you got the merch here from Pops, though, man.
Yes,
Break
sir.
it down.
So I got the Long Live Bushwick Bill merch. This was a collab with the Leaf Company. I'm sponsored by Slapwoods.
Yeah.
So that's like a very popular leaf all across America, but they based in Houston.
Yeah.
So I do collabs with them and stuff as far as merch because they quality their merch is really high end and they really
Exactly.
understand the history of my legacy. So they really like make sure they do it the right way. So in the front, I got all his like iconic album cover pictures, everything. But all this merch can be found on my website, lilbushwick.com.
Can you open that up
Yeah.
for me
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that I can
Oh,
see
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Hold up
yeah.
for the camera.
Oh yeah, my fault, y'all. Here I go. Right here.
you
This
got-
the front.
So I can't see from this side, but Beehive, what are we looking at on the front side?
I mean, you're looking at all of the different album covers with Bush on that thing, man.
You feel me?
My
Is
God.
Chucky on there? I
And
don't see
Chucky
it.
on there as
Chucky's
well.
on
Chucky
there.
on
Okay,
there.
Chucky right. Okay, Chucky on the front.
Chucky,
Okay.
and then on the back of it, you got Long Live Bushwick Bill on the back of it. His day he's
Yeah.
born, the day he passed. You feel
Okay,
me?
then.
So I can get this shirt on your site. What
On my
now,
site.
What site is that? Tell me
My
that.
website, lilbushwick.com.
LilBushwick.com. Okay,
Yep.
that's easy to remember too.
Yep,
Yeah.
easy. And I make my own sites to do it all myself.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Wow.
learned everything firsthand. Because I'm like, you can only depend on people to a certain extent with things, especially when it comes to your dreams.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on now. I mean, new project though. I mean, you got some verses from Dad on that at the same time too. So what was that like, cooking it up and having those in store at the same time?
It really was just like being patient because it's just like when I got access to certain things and certain songs, and I knew like, man, these some good tracks that like I know we can really make some out of.
Yeah.
And then songs he gave me when we was like recording in Chicago on the road when I was with him before he passed.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just mixed that all together and then picked and like really executive produced the whole project as a whole. So I knew what my dad sounded like. I knew what we fit on, and we did music together before, so I know what we both vibe with.
Exactly.
So it's not really hard to see like, okay, I know this makes sense.
Exactly. How does that make you feel though when you listen to the song back and being able to see the vibe with you and your father?
It's like a moment. It takes you back to that moment because, like I say, music is memories and moments. When you made a song, or you hear a song, it takes you to that moment. So when I listen to my dad's voice, I'm like, man, I'm putting him on a track I'm making right now, but I'm making it feel that vibe. So where his verse coincides with what the message is saying.
Exactly.
So it don't feel like, dang, he was there.
That's
So
right.
that's what I love about music, because you never go nowhere. Music is infinite. It makes you internal.
Come on now.
Wow. When the project itself, am I gonna hear a ghetto boy sound coming from you, or am I gonna hear something new? And
you gonna hear, like my pops always said, he said, you're a better version of me, you Bushwick 2.0. He said, no need to be a copy or a carbon, because you never can do that exact thing over again.
Right.
So we just like always keep like me in anything I do, because I know like if he lived through me and embodied me and we share the same blood, whatever I do gonna always be in the best factor, or just show what my legacy showcase, because it's already in me, not on me. Mm-hmm. You know?
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. If your pops was alive today, do you think that he would be receptive to doing songs with a lot of the younger artists, your 21s and would he be receptive to the new music? Was he that
He
type
would.
of guy?
I brought him around like artists like Playboi Carti early on, years before. I introduced him to people like Uzi and them and put him on certain artists, because I was doing shows with artists like PNB Rock, Uno the Activist, Uzi, all in starting out my career. Because that's the whole wave that I was a part of. So it's just like, I'm putting him on these artists as we in the car listening. He's like, who is this? Oh, this is that person. I bring him to the show, brought him to a Playboi Carti show with Maxo Cream and all them. He done shows with Maxo Cream and me. He loved Maxo Cream. He told him personally, like, I love the way you perform this and that. And Maxo Cream got a relationship with my dad before he passed.
Wow.
So it just like, it showed it wasn't really a gap when it came to artistry, because he's a real fan of music.
Right.
How long has it been since your father's passed?
5 years.
5
2019,
years.
it's 2024 now.
How have you been? I mean, with the time, has it healed any, or is it still just fresh?
I had to really like understand myself and figure myself out, because when you lose somebody that's a parent, that's how you are created. That's a part of the process of you being a human being.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you got to really get back to the root of yourself and understand, okay, this happened. Okay, why did this happen? Okay, now how I'm going to go about this, because I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't change time. One thing you can do is change how you maneuver with it and how you apply what's to learn from there. What's to learn from this experience.
Exactly.
So with that experience being learned, I'm like, okay, let me take everything in, let me process my emotions, let me get all this stuff together, but let me get the mission done. Let me get things done to keep this legacy going, because I'm his only son. I got number sisters. If I say I want to make music, it's just like, okay, it's Bushwick Bill, that's Lil Bushwick, but what is the legacy doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you conscious of his legacy, and I know that you're trying to create your own legacy, but what would you want your legacy to be? What do you see Bushwick 2.0 going, and what would you do different than your father that your father may have not done? What would you do differently?
So there's some cool stuff, like, so basically, I just recently started making sure I really embarked and stamped on my Lil Bushwick as the artistry side. Yeah. Because most people, when they knew me in Houston, like coming up in the music scene, was like YK, Young No. Okay. So with that, it's just like I was on all them shows as that person, and I ain't had no songs with my dad. My dad not living in Houston. I'm just doing the whole process of coming up as an artist, doing open mic shows. Start from open mic, start opening up for artists. Wasn't getting paid for shows. They really getting it out the mud, because it's like, it's me just doing me. Right. So it's like I literally built that following where I'm crowd surfing, mosh pitting, doing all these shows and getting booked for shows out of state where they paying my hotel stuff, and it's outside of nothing to do with my dad. Wow. So when we cross paths and we start really being in my life even heavy more, by that time I'm already getting booked for shows. Not just I finished a show in LA and I'm meeting him to do shows with him. So it's like when he got in the loop with me, he like, man, he said, I helped create you, but I didn't make you.
Wow.
Because he respected me as a man. It's like, you got million some streams by yourself with no feature from me.
Come on, man.
So he's like, okay, like, this is you. You bought your own cars, bought your own clothes,
How did that make you feel knowing that you talking to your pops, which is a legend, and he's telling you, hey, you did it on your own.
He it really was like a self-affirming thing, but like cause you always got to make sure you comfortable within yourself to where like you hear somebody else's perspective, even if it's your father, to be mindful of your own self. But it's just like from him and just like knowing how he was raised to and how he moved, and especially the how he grew up, it's just like, man, like you give him my kudos, like you gave him my props for real, and you really respect me as my own entity.
Right.
And that just like that's dope too to even have that feeling and get that from him, cause it's just like I know how his whole era, bro. It ain't nothing like that. Like you give people their props and this and that, but like no, each man is their man, and you stand on what you stand on. Right. So it's just dope to him, like to pass that torch of like, yeah, you doing it, and I can't take that away from you. You did that.
Do you have memories of your pops and the group when you were, when they were all together during the good times?
Yeah.
Are there any type of, something that sticks out that you could, tell us that,
I remember,
one of the best shows?
It was a tour called the Office Space Tour. I was probably like 17, 18 years old, and we had a show at the House of Blues. It's me, Scarface, Willie on stage, and my dad brought my grandpa to the show. Okay. So you got 4 generations on stage.
Wow.
So we all on stage all at one time, and then my dad's coach. This is my first time ever rapping my dad lyrics in front of that whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
So he's literally, I'm holding the mic, he's holding the mic in front of me, and like, well, he's basically showing me, like, make sure you hold the mic this way while the show's going on. He's real time coaching me.
Yeah.
And it's caught on video to see, like, he's like, look, this, you do this and that, and I'm listening, and then, like, I'm rapping the lyrics, and it's like, but I go from that to watching a moment where you watch a few years later, I'm crowd surfing and doing shows and getting lit by myself, but he was literally showing me how to hold a mic and posture myself and while I'm on stage the right way. So it was dope. That moment I don't forget because it was like a stepping stone moment. Cause when I seen that video, and after my dad passed, and I got on stage with Face and rapped my dad verse at his anniversary, and then people rapping it word for word, and just me and Face on stage. It's like, dang, bro. After that show, it hit me like, dang, bro, I did it. And it's at the same stage I rapped on stage with my dad, the same venue.
When you and Face got
like
up there
crazy.
on stage and did that, man, how did that make you feel with your daddy being
bro,
gone,
he brought me
man?
out. I got on that stage, and it's crazy 'cause that night we had a screening of my dad documentary in Houston. So right after that same night, Face had that show. So I went to the show. He saw me. Yo, you want to come rap? Hey, you want Bill? I'm bringing Bill's son out. Everybody went crazy. I got the mic. He had a live band. Had Funky Fink, all the real guitars, all his band on stage.
Yeah.
He was like, "You ready?" Rapped the verse, and it's just like we started, and then like he playing live instrumentation, and I'm just rapping my pop's verse, and the crowd is going lit, and I'm right back and forth. Jay Prince there, everybody there, everybody's there, all the OGs, everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like they seeing that moment, and I'm like, man, like when I rapped that and I did that, how I did it, and it just like, it was just a great feeling, because like, man, I feel like me, it's a complete admission for myself, because like, I'm like, bro, I remember being on the stage at 17 years old, my dad, my grandpa, everybody, they both gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
They both on stage with me, rapping this, and now I'm standing on business by myself with me and Face on stage, rapping this verse in front of a sold out crowd of people.
My God.
Like, that right there was...
Does it ever stress you a little bit knowing the weight that you're carrying? You're not only carrying the weight from your pops, from the legendary group, but you're tasked with taking that further,
even bigger.
And making
I feel like it's really just a pacing myself thing, because it's just like, at the end of the day, nobody owe you nothing in this world, right?
Right.
And then so just like how I perceive it is like every relationship I built before my pops passed and after, I just harness what's real and make sure I really take heed to those relationships that want to see me win, and make sure I take full advantage of that, because these people want to see me win.
Right.
When you people it's people who have nobody in their corner, but it's people I really have that I built relationships with that really want to see me win and really want to get me to a certain point. So it's just like, my main focus is pacing myself, but make sure you think, plan, and execute, because a lot of plan is you just running around crazy.
Right. Would you ever consider doing a song with Face and Willie D and y'all three? That would be...
Okay, now where's that at? I mean, that's even considering where's that at?
Right.
See, the thing is, like, people want that like that, but it's just like, you got to think in terms of Face and Will relationship at this point now, in reality, as they got older, and then where Face is at with it. Like, Face told me personally, he's retired. He's really retired. Like, anything he does is just really...
Face is retired?
Face told me personally, like, he's really like... He's chilling. He wasn't even doing... He just started back doing shows recently again. But he told me he's not rapping. He wasn't rapping and doing this and that. Prior, he been told me this. But then now, I don't know where he goes on tours and does tours still, but you never see him say he dropping an album.
Yeah.
Because he's still going to perform. He loves music. Why you think he keep doing with the live band? Face is a real musician.
Yeah.
He don't like doing concerts. He like giving you a real experience.
Right.
Because he understands it. But he's not, man, he gonna be out here just rapping forever. He
But
already
just
told me that.
one song,
I got a petition for that one though.
We
Will.
got
What
to.
about you?
That would be,
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Will
I
and
love
Face,
it.
you
It don't
need
have to
y'all
be
to
a
come
whole
on in.
That'd
album.
be
Just
dope.
give us, you can start us
That'd
off
be
with one.
dope.
Just
That'd
give
be
us
dope.
one.
I know, that'd be dope.
And you can facilitate it. We call them for a Face and Willie. And here's the thing. If y'all need to, each person just send their verse in.
Exactly.
That's how our pops and they used to do it. They used to.
Yeah.
They weren't even in the same studio sessions. My dad, they used to literally send their verses in. I think their last album, they sent it in.
Wow.
Man, it was just people like different verses in, so the foundation was like not even all in the same studio.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely calling for that, and it would be great to see you. I got a whack artist that I want you to do a verse for him. His name is
Galaxy
Beehive.
Wick?
His name is Beehive.
No, don't do that.
Maybe we can. You can
Exactly.
help
The
me.
self-talk is terrible.
Don't do it
bro.
like
We can help
Don't
them
put
get-
yourself down in front of Lil Bushwick.
Like that? Oh man.
Oh, hell no.
Galaxy
Wait a minute. No.
You gotta show in the
But
back.
I do
You gotta
that.
show in the back.
I got to show in the back.
But see,
back.
no, I got something though. I got something.
What's
I got
up?
a new group.
What's
Well,
up?
It's called Too Wicked.
Ooh.
Galaxy Wick and Lil Bushwick.
Hey, come on.
Oh, that's hard.
We gotta drop a
That's
track.
hard.
We gotta drop a
That's
track. We gotta
hard
drop
right there.
some.
You know what? I'm okay.
That's
you
Too
made
Wicked
up
is
for that
hard.
lame
That
opening
is
joke.
hard. Too
You made up
Wicked.
for your little
That
lame
is
opening
hard.
joke.
Too Wicked,
I would definitely, I'd be
Hey,
honored
I'm
to do
with
one
it.
with.
I'm with it.
Yes,
I'm with
sir.
it.
Yes,
That'd
sir.
be dope.
Like I said, man, seeing you sitting here, it's hard for me to even look over there at you because, I see your pops, man. I was a huge fan. When you just sat there and told me that Scarface is pretty much retired, I feel like how you feel about
Now you pissed off.
3000.
Yeah, now you pissed.
About when
I don't know why would Face say something like
He
that.
been telling you, say, he chilling. Why you think he ain't getting no verses against verses? You don't hear just Face. I don't know. No, you hear him performing. He's coming to this show. He's performing his old music, but you never heard recently him saying that he's dropping a single. He's going on shows, running.
You know what? I'm
running.
about to go on record and say this then. Andre 3000 and Scarface are killing hip hop. They killing hip hop.
How they killing hip hop?
Because they don't want to rap. They killing it. They the last of the real Mohican rappers.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do it. So thank y'all for killing hip hop for everybody.
If you sent a song to Face, you don't think that he would
He will listen to it and give me honest opinion.
You don't think?
But
he would
I don't think he gonna hop on it. Like
If you told
Tretch
him-
right now, like my Uncle Tretch, he gonna hop on the song.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
not about Tretch, that's my
Yeah.
uncle. Like I seen him
Okay.
something. Now if this hard, like, well, you got me open on there. Something we doing? Like I
Okay.
got songs with him. So
Okay.
it's like certain OGs. I send songs to
I
my
don't
uncle.
see Scarface and Willie D not hopping on a track with Lil Bushwick.
neither.
I don't see that because if they don't do that, that's saying something terrible to the
Right.
I'm
fans.
gonna be real with you, but you gotta think. Like I say, when I said at the beginning, nobody owes you nothing. But you gotta look at the history of things and be realistic with it. Like even in every interview, you look at interviews. It's everyone saying my dad and Willie got into something. My dad and Willie got something. Or Willie saying something about this and my pops because it's like my dad was a ghetto boy before everybody. He got in when it was GHTTO. That's before Scarface and Willie. He was signed to rap like before both of them.
Oh wow!
So when Willie and Face got in a group, they was an addition on because two members of the group left the group. It was just my dad and DJ Ready Red. So now all you got is a hype man and a DJ. You got to turn the album to a label. You need to figure this out. So Jay got Scarface. Then he got Willie D. Added them. Now you got the Ghetto Boy GETO, a new rendition.
Okay.
And so you gotta think with now you got these people. They dropped the album. Jay told them, y'all hop and finish this album. Y'all get 2 solo deals. You can drop your solo album. Yeah, I'm gonna knock out this project real quick so I can go do my own thing. It took them a week to finish that project. Jay had them in the studio every day for a week, and they finished it, turned that project in.
What's your relationship like with Jay?
Good. Like with him, I could make calls and we'd sit down and talk. Like I've talked with Jay. I spent whole days with Jay Prince. So it's like from start to finish, we spending time at Jay Prince gym. Then we kicking it, walking through Fifth Ward together, chopping it up. He give me knowledge about certain things, and or I pull up with him at Jay Prince gym and just kick with him and chop it up, or just be training over there and just getting a workout in. But it's like he's at access to me if I need to access him. Okay. But as far as like even with Face, if I want to call Face, I can call Face. It's just like. But with me, I don't talk to people for no reason. Like, if I'm gonna speak to you, it's for a reason, especially when I'm be around Jay. Even when I'm with him, he got a headpiece and a little earphone in. On the phone, probably have a conversation throughout the day while he's talking to you right now because he's that type of busy of a person.
Right.
So I understand each person's where they at with things.
Right.
But even though, I still be realistic, like, brother, you and my dad built something great.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure I stand up business based on kind of my legacy when it comes to everything, because like I said, nobody owe you nothing, so I never like to feel like I'm with somebody like this. I always want to earn anything I'm giving. I don't want to ever feel like somebody doing me a favor.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like, nah, like I'd rather get out the mud, because people want to hold weight over your head. They feel like they doing something for you.
Yeah.
That's why I built the career I did, was I make sure I learn as much as myself, so myself is as self-sufficient as possible, so I don't have to lean on people to any type of room for error.
Well, see, I'm gonna say this though, and that's what's wrong with our community. We shouldn't always have to get it out the mud. We should be able to receive a favor somewhere.
Right,
If
right.
I go and I got 3 daughters and a son, I would hope that somebody would say, you know what, y'all daddy was a real person in my life.
Right.
Let me fuck with y'all because of what
But they
y'all
don't show.
daddy
But a lot of people
did.
don't. When you've been in this industry as long as I've done working with people and then had dealt with certain conversations and been in those rooms, it's just like, bruh, you would think things would be done that certain way, but things are not what you think they're gonna be.
Yeah, no, I get
So
it.
it's just like
Yeah,
the game's
I
so
understand
wicked.
it.
It's
That's
so
the
wicked
problem.
that the game's so wicked that it puts you in that position to where you like, bro, I'm not even gonna put myself in a vulnerable situation
Yeah.
to even have to depend on you, because I
Right.
know if it hits the fan, I don't got you.
Yeah.
Right.
I just got me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why I built my world the way it is, to where I make sure I'm really good, because I know I got me. They're not
Exactly.
gonna cut me like I cut for me.
Exactly. Now I feel that. Now when it comes to this new project though, what do you want the fans to take away from this new
They
thing,
gonna really
man?
take like the foundation of it, understanding like what I'm bringing to the world, but also understanding I'm keeping what made my legacy what it is.
Yeah.
Like my pops always told me, he said, "I'm gonna be a ghetto boy and not go to the hood." It don't make sense. It's like you can't be a ghetto boy and don't show the people that help build the world you in.
Yeah.
Being a ghetto boy is showcasing reality.
Yeah.
Showcasing like this is what it is, but I don't have to be what that is. And that's what he brought to the table. So that's what I'm bringing to the table, is that reality, bro. You can't sugarcoat a high reality. It is what it is. And that's what that project stands on with Ghetto Boy.
I can dig that.
Right.
Wick.
Well, I mean, I'm good to go, man. I'm just, I know once you get everything off the ground, you can always call me, bro. No strings attached. If anything I can do, I will do it. I'll be honored to do it.
Appreciate
But once
you,
you
brother.
get off the ground, man, you're gonna have to come back.
I got
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying? This is the first
gonna be
time.
here.
Yeah,
This
you're a
intro.
stand-up guy, because once we did the the Zoom call, I wanted to see you in person. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's why I made sure like, I gotta be here.
Yeah, and I'm
Exactly.
glad you reached out, and it's an honor to have you here, man. And we supporting everything that you
My
do,
brother.
my guy. Everything.
Thank you.
You got us in the corner.
Thank
Come
you.
on
that.
now.
My boy,
Lil
be
Bush,
high.
appreciate
Come on,
you, boy.
man. Be high
Appreciate
and
you coming through
Galaxy
this
Wicked.
thing.
Yes, sir.
It's love
Be High
always.
Radio shouted, Big Galaxy, Lil Bushwick.
In the
I'll let
building.
y'all in a minute, man. We gone.